Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me, Shane Todd. I'm feeling it's going to be a very cheeky episode this week. Before we get into it, let me plug our Patreon. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. Join the Sippers. Join the revolution to tea. That's what we're doing. You pay a couple of quid, you get on there. Look, it's a community. There's bonus episodes, there's live podcasts, there's exclusive access tickets. Did a run of work in progress shows recently. We basically only sold all the tickets on Patreon. Live podcasts, put the tickets out there early, all that kind of thing. It's patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. We have a live podcast on the 9th of September. There is about 200 tickets left, and it's in the waterfront. So there's going to be 2,000 people there watching a live podcast. You can get tickets in the description of this episode. We are sponsored by... Dan, is it Manscaped first?
Sure.
It's sure. He's not sure. We're sponsored by Manscaped. Now, if you like me, you like to keep it smooth in all areas. I know you do, my guest over there.
Absolutely.
Guess Micky Bartlett.
Back of a spoon.
Guess Micky Bartlett today. Wooden or metallic? Because you don't want to get splinters.
Yeah, more ladly, to be honest. Do you know those ones where you for
like
stew?
recently?
Yeah.
Hi. Micky mentioned there.
No, give me a minute.
Micky,
That was fantastic.
Micky was saying that basically
Have I told you lately?
Have I told you lately that I love you? Micky was saying that his balls are like the back of a wooden spoon. Splinters, cuts, if you run your hand along that, you get a cut.
But like a wet wooden spoon.
Perfect.
Do you know what I mean?
Perfect. The
Like,
wet wooden
it
spoon.
feels weird to touch, especially when there's food on it.
Yeah, and you're in a library.
And you're in a library, yeah, and you're like, I don't even own a spoon.
With Manscaped, you will not cut yourself. If you run your hand over your balls, all you're going to hear is like a wee shine.
I guess.
Exactly. And you can kiss it. You'd want to kiss it.
You ever been kissing the balls? Yeah.
Manscaped has anti-snag technology. You will not get cut. They have the Lawnmower 4.0. It glides around there like a glider through the snow. You put me off there, Dan. Don't do that again. They've got everything. They've got cologne. They've got ball deodorant, ball toner, ball cleanser, ball wipes.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What does ball toner do?
Tones your balls.
Like takes the creases out?
It's like ironing a t-shirt.
Right.
Some people still do it. That's what we're saying. People
are
still
still ironing their balls.
The old school stuff.
You don't need to iron your balls anymore because Manscaped have ball toner.
You don't need to iron your balls. You don't need to tie a string around your pubes and then get your dad to tie a bit around the door handle and slam the door, and pull them off that way.
Aye.
You move forward with the times.
Exactly.
Manscaped.com. Use the code TWithMe for 20% off and free shipping. Great for on the go. The perfect performance package. Is that what it's called now? Perfect performance package. Thank God. Great gift. Especially coming into summer. Take care of your pubes. Manscaped.com. We're also sponsored. We got a new sponsor. NordVPN. Mick, if I said you NordVPN, you wouldn't know.
Do you know what, Shane? You tell me more about it because
I
know, obviously. I've heard of them.
No, you look like a guy who likes to surf.
Man.
The web.
Oh, yes.
Now,
never off it.
You also look like a guy, and look, NordVPN can be used for so many different things, but you look like a guy who likes to, you like to keep what you're searching private.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
NordVPN, you use this, you connect with one click, and it's done. You protect your internet search history. You keep it for you. It's very fast. NordVPN did some tests. I want to find out what the quickest VPN out there was. Mickey, who do you think won that?
I'm going to say it was NordVPN.
NordVPN.
Very fast.
Fastest out there. Fastest kids alive when it comes to all this sort of thing. You can use it on up to 6 devices. You can access it from anywhere. You can get content from home when you're abroad. Or if you're in Senegal and you want to watch EastEnders, get it in iPlayer. Sometimes you travel to Monaghan and they're like, no, you can't watch Time Team. With NordVPN, you can watch content from anywhere. You could watch, Dan, am I right in saying if you wanted theoretically to watch a show that's on a Netflix Botswana. With NordVPN, you might be able to.
It's certainly possible.
Botswana's next top model, or whatever it is. You can do so much more with NordVPN. Now, I don't know the science of this, but I think they can make you be anywhere. As long as you've got your laptop, you can be anywhere in the world, internetly. Is that...
Virtually?
Virtually.
Not, I mean, your body couldn't be anywhere, but...
Or as Mickey would say, vertically. Vertically.
You said internetly, so
okay, fair
don't
enough.
even fucking bring it here.
Fair enough. You can, just with one click, you can open a map, you can click on a location, and you'll be connected to stuff from there in seconds. If a platform isn't available in your country, you can just change your virtual location. You could be doing American Netflix, and they have all mad programs and all, because they're nuts and all. No more bandwidth either. They encrypt your traffic. And you know what it's like if you're trying to drive down to Westland at rush hour. This is like the internet version of that. You can get an exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/teawithme to get a huge discount with a free threat protection deal. And you get one additional month free. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. nordvpn.com/teawithme. Dan, is there anything... how would you describe... Because I feel like people listening still might not know what NordVPN is.
No, it's a comprehensive read you've just done.
Yes. Thank you for...
Mickey seems like he's been fully educated.
I honestly got, man, like, so many things I didn't know I needed.
Yeah.
But now I have to have it.
You're an international man. You're a man who recently has been as far afield. You were in Scotland.
I was in Scotland. I was in Newcastle upon Tyne.
You were in Newcastle upon Tyne.
As well as Newcastle upon Down.
Now, when you travel, you bring a laptop?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes I bring a laptop. Sometimes I'll just cast off my phone. You know what I mean?
No, you can do that.
Although casting off my phone is a psoriasis joke.
I don't get it.
I don't die.
But listen, brother, it's good to have you with us. Welcome. This is the episode. This is the Tea With Me podcast featuring crowd favourite Micky Bartlett.
Have you finished your ads now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak, because there were about 14 things I wanted to make jokes about there, but I was trying to make it dead serious.
Oh no, it's okay. We can be silly boys now.
Okay, cool.
Because we got to do a bit of...
Speaking of keeping your search history private, you see Prince Andrew's not going to the Jubilee?
Man, he has COVID, okay?
Has he got COVID?
That's what... That's
COVID
what,
under 15s?
That's a team I used to play for. Yeah, man, don't be... I know what you're at. Listen, he caught COVID. Could happen to anyone at any time. Unfortunately, it's happened for him just before the Jubilee celebration, so he's not going to... Otherwise, he would have been there.
Yeah.
He would have been there.
I've been there with bells on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bells is manservant. What am I doing? Sorry.
I don't know, but it's good to have you here, brother.
Well, thanks very much, bro.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good, man, yeah.
On a scale 1 to 10?
Oh, about a good 9. I'm on a good 9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that something to do with maybe the weather as well? There's been a lot of gigs happening.
I think there's a bit of coming to the summertime. A lot of gigs happening. Fucking, you know what I mean? Driving a class car back in the gym.
You're in the TT.
I'm in TT now. Do you know what I mean?
Have you changed personality-wise since you got an Audi TT?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we, as listeners on the podcast, have gone... The Sippers have gone with you on a journey, because you first started talking here about wanting to get an Audi, and the guy basically said you get a pen or whatever. You could have afforded an Audi pen, but you did it.
I did it.
And it's the underdog story. You now drive an Audi.
Yeah, I feel like this is my sort of Rocky 2 moment.
Now you're doing Uber in it.
Yeah,
but
and it's only for one person because it's not big enough to have more people.
Yeah.
In. It's not the Audi I wanted.
Right.
It's the one I could afford.
And that's their slogan.
Yeah.
Don't get the Audi you want.
Don't get the one you want. Fuck
get
that.
The one
get
you
the
can
one.
afford.
Get the one you can afford. Yeah.
But
don't break a bank.
Do you have you been like cruising in it? Are you doing
I haven't got out of it. Like I'm pretty sure I've got sciatica from driving it. Because it's a wee car and I'm a big unit.
Right.
So I didn't realize how stupid I looked in it until my girlfriend took a video of me driving it, and I looked like I'm in a bubble car.
Yeah. And you were driving gloves?
Because of the skin thing. So like,
I feel like a complete dickhead.
No, don't worry about it. So here's what happened. So I bought the driving gloves because it was like, I don't want to fucking... Because like I'm not too bad now. I was going through like a real bad stage with my hands. And I thought, right, I'll wear these gloves so it means, first, it won't hurt driving. Secondly, I'm not going to be fucking dropping skin all over my new car. And then within about 5 minutes of putting them on, I was like, I feel very powerful wearing these things.
Dropping skin sounds like a phrase to be used in like Fast and Furious.
Yeah, dropping skin sounds like a phrase Prince Andrew said right before he called COVID. dropping foreskin. No offense.
If there's ever a man needing NordVPN, he's more than welcome to use our discount code.
Mummy, do you listen to Tea with Me?
She probably does. Fuck's
Loves
sake.
it. Fucking loves
She
it.
probably does. You doing anything special for the Jubilee?
I'm doing a gig.
So am I. I love that. We're doing. I mean, it will already have happened by the time this is out.
Yeah.
Who knows how it went?
Yeah.
But we're doing an outdoor gig in Newton Abbey.
Yeah. Well, I'm an Antrim.
You doubling up?
No, I think I'm an. I think we're different gigs. Two
Oh,
different
I'm
gigs.
doing Jordanstown.
Yeah, I'm doing Antrim Castle Garden. But between you and me, does it have to be family friendly?
I don't know. I need to
I'm
ask
not
you a
entirely
lot
sure
of
about that.
things
Yeah,
about it.
'cause I
I'm
don't know
pretty
if I
sure
have-
it does.
Cool.
How long you doing?
45 minutes.
How long before you be like, do like guys, any TT fat? You start to do like just doing the features of your car.
Try to do, like Protestant talk. So, what about the rugby? Huh? Fenians hate them.
You know that would kill.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, God save her. Fucking fair play there.
But don't take my opener. Anyway,
Again, something else Prince Andrew said.
I don't know if I get it, but I know it's not good.
Hello, yeah.
I know it's not good. Are you? What are you? Are you? You're about to tour?
Yes, I'm going on tour in August. Just to keep something.
I feel like you're always on tour, but are you not?
Yes, mate. I'm a one-man stag party.
That's the most tragic thing
lad
I've
on
ever.
tour.
The one man stag.
I just have a T-shirt. I'm with stupid, but it's pointing directly up. Shagger.
The nickname on the back, yeah. Mega dick. Just you at the
Bomatron.
lagging bar at the airport. When are the rest of the boys getting here?
No, boy.
They're not.
Just drinking a fizzy water. Oh, I don't want to go too hard too early, boys. What I'm saying.
I saw a TikTok recently where they were like, "Oh, stag do prank," and it was a guy getting handcuffed to a little person.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I didn't know it was still a thing.
Oh yeah.
How long do they do it for? A week? Like,
Fritzl did it for a couple of years.
was that on a stag?
Yeah, just good, way out of hand. Way out of hand. It just went fucking insane, man. He was still wearing. Seeing in the column, he still had the T-shirt on. Joey 69, which is how long he got in prison.
Magaluf 82.
I didn't know that. Like I seen one recently where it was the stag. So the stag party and the stag
Yeah.
got to the airport, and the stag party were getting on the flight to go to Ibiza, and they dressed the guy up as a woman, but his ticket was for like a later flight, so he just had to stay in an airport by himself. Just dresses, and I was like, that's too far, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I've never had a stag, but I'd be fucking.
But
fuming.
even like, no matter what they've done, being on a separate flight, like you're missing all the fun of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going out there in the first place. That's a bit like, I saw this happen with my own eyes recently. A couple that are getting married, people like, oh, I can't remember what the term is, but it's like when they like tie them up and like throw flour
Getting a
and
doing.
eggs on. Getting a doon.
Now,
We're giving them a doon.
did you see it up here? Was it in a culty setting?
In a culty setting.
It's a very
I drove
culty
past
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Here, it's fucking weird. Like,
Very strange.
and it's people like getting too aggressive. Like,
Yeah.
fucking get them all.
There's like, I've heard of that being done with like, you know, throw beans and flour and like.
They're
sort
in a
of stuff
trailer.
like
For
that.
anybody who doesn't know, usually they're in a trailer
Yeah,
and they're like fucking cable tied to a seat.
yeah. And it's essentially an emotional punishment beating.
Yeah.
But I've heard of that going to the point where like they were throwing fucking animal blood and stuff, like getting insane.
Yeah. That it's such
Raw
a
mints and shit. You're like, what the fuck he's doing?
exactly.
I would immediately be like, you're not coming, you're not coming, you're
Yeah,
not coming.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
But it's like I drove past a guy in the back of a trailer, him and his wife, and like the people doing it weren't like, ha ha ha. I just drove past them, no facial expression,
aye.
throwing flour.
I would still, if I
and-
was ever to get married, I would still rather have raw animal parts and shit like that thrown at me than have to dance in when everybody's clapping. I would much rather. I would rather be shot
Hey.
in the head,
been there.
man.
Done
it's-
that.
I've done it for like when I'm best man for weddings and stuff, and they don't tell you until the morning of it. Like, are we clapping in here? Like, yeah, you go, fuck.
Do you know what the worst thing is? I think it's
It's the bit when you get to the table and you're standing,
I think it's naff. I think it's naff.
and all you're thinking is, I need a pish. I'm starving, and I want to drink that pint that's sitting there, and everyone's just. And then you look at the guests of the wedding, and they're all just like,
It's naff when people choreograph and learn a full dance, right?
I disagree.
No.
I think that's phenomenal.
But what I'm
Now,
saying
that I
is,
would do.
what I'm saying is that's less embarrassing than being told, listen, walk into the room and just freestyle a dance, and you
Aye.
can't come up with anything other than
Aye. The one thing I saw recently, do you know, like the flower dude. So there's a thing I think it started. Obviously, it started in America where they would just get like one of the groomsmen to walk up the aisle with like a fucking bum bag and a beer and just throw flower petals on the floor instead of having a wee flower girl.
right.
Very funny. That's I would have.
I
That
think the
kind
first
of, I would
guy who
have that
does
kind
it-
of humor at my wedding.
The first time it's done, funny,
Yeah.
but like,
Oh, ripped off. Obviously, it gets beyond a joke.
Yeah.
But the at least they're made with the good intent of being like, let's have a bit of crack here.
Something a bit
that
different.
shit
did it.
fucking winds me up.
I mean, you were there, but you probably don't remember. Me and my groomsmen had to walk out to DJ Sammy Boys of Summer, which is like, it was.
yeah.
And here's the thing: it was longer of a walk than we thought it was going to be.
It's because it's never timed.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know yourself, like walking on the stage, if the microphone's too far away, you're like, this is fucking weird. I
Yeah.
can hear my own feet.
The
And there hits a point where
Here.
you need to rehearse that, and it's never rehearsed properly.
When I was doing shows recently, I can't remember, I was doing a run of shows, and I was like, put me on the House of Pain, jump around, and you want that do 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 do, just that main bit. For some reason, that was Jaws.
That was definitely the start of the bill. Do, 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 do. Jump around. The bill's a banger.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Jaws, that's great walk-on music.
Jaws?
Anyway, I want House of Pain, jump around.
Yeah.
And instead of like starting me at the bit, obviously it goes dun dun dun.
Aye.
The walk was so short that I just walked on the da
Aye.
da da
Yeah.
da. Hello.
I love walking on with no walk on music.
Yeah,
I genuinely think it's fucking.
but that's what comedy kind of. I do walk on with walk-on music, and we were just talking about it on a Patreon bonus episode for a second there. But you shouldn't really walk on the music.
I think it just depends on the like obviously when you get that bigger show,
Yeah.
you hope the audience are going to clap long enough for you to get to the microphone, so you don't really need it. But I've done it where, like, I did a gig in London one time where I was like, I'm just walking out. I'm not even introducing myself. I'm just going to fucking walk out and start.
Yeah.
Because I thought for some reason I was like, this feels cooler.
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
And it was so awkward.
Right,
It
right.
was so awful.
You do just
'Cause
need,
people are still taking their jackets off and stuff and like trying to get coffee. You're like,
and you're like a substitute teacher. You're like, oh,
very
oh,
much. Substitute teacher's the best way to put
excuse
it.
me.
Like, fingers on lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll talk about my deck here.
Yeah.
Art.
I think walk-on music's definitely something you need, but like we were just talking about earlier, I've tried before to have really cool walk-on music,
Yeah.
and I think that just doesn't look, when you do stand-up, that doesn't look right.
Yeah. I used to do a thing where I would try and, after the show was written, I would try and find songs that would relate to bits in the show.
Same.
And that's pre-show.
Same.
Yeah.
But no one ever
No one ever notices it, like-
comes up to you after. I love that subtle Easter egg you put in there.
Yeah. The only one time I had, me and my mate used to have this running joke where I think it started at a music festival. And
You started a music festival?
no, yeah. It was called Mick Fest. And it was just me and all the lads from the Stag. But do you know the White Stripes song, Doorbell? Like, I'm thinking about my doorbell when you go, right? So we used to sit around and go, I'm thinking about my doorbell when you gonna ring it, and point, he would go, when you gonna ring it? Right? It was just, we're very silly.
Classic.
Boys. Yeah. But I played that at the pre-show at the Ulster Hall, and my mate was like, did you play a doorbell? I was like, yeah, man, because I knew you were there. That was for you. Like, fucking.
Oh,
and he was
that's
like,
nice. That's nice. What did you want to be when you were in school, when you got older? If people had
just
asked you.
tall and thin.
Your career stage was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
What would you
anything
do?
other than this. Just Jean-Claude Van Damme-esque. I was always stand up, like, to be honest.
No, but I mean like school
Yeah.
stand up.
Yeah. I
Serious?
just didn't know. Like, I knew what I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I knew I didn't want to.
What didn't you?
anything.
They want to work.
Yeah, exactly. Wanted to sit in the house, talk shit and earn money.
Didn't you? I remember a time we were both on the dole, but weren't you on the dole? And then you were like going in for obviously being like, I'm interested in stand up or I want to be an actor or do something like that. And they were like, do you want to just work in the dole?
Well, what happened was I was on the dole. I'd done a TV thing, and I remember someone in the BBC told us we'd be getting 500 quid a gig as soon as this show went out. So I was then signing on, but I was like, listen, I probably don't need this money
Yeah.
because I'm going to be rich in about a week and a half.
Yeah.
7 minutes of material. I was like, I've made it. And I remember the girl on the dole was like, I told her this, someone told us we're going to be getting loads of money. And she went, would you be getting paid cash for these gigs? And I went, yeah. And she went, fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Class. And then I applied for a job in the civil service, thinking, I thought I was applying for like a decent job in the civil service, but I filled in the wrong application form. And I ended up doing the lowest job in the civil service. Right. And I remember, like, you had to go for an aptitude test, and I finished it in about 4 minutes.
What's that?
It's, I don't know, how would you describe it? It's to see how thick you are.
Oh,
Like-
I hope I never have taken aptitude
Oh,
test.
man, it's a piece of piss. But this was like entry level app. It was like, can you write your name you're in? And I ended up then working in a dole office where my job was to hand the ticket out for the dole.
Right.
And like
Oh, what? Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, you walk it like you're fourth in
the place where you were, the building was sold. They didn't have a machine where you pressed a button and got a ticket. There was just 7 of us taking.
you were the
turns.
machine?
I was the machine. There were 7 of us taking turns. It was the best job I ever had in my life. Like,
But
I
you
honestly
still
would-
gave them a ticket?
Yeah.
By
Like, they would
hand?
come up to the desk and go, ticket, but you had like 2 different types of tickets. So I'd be going, do you want job seekers or income support? And they'd go, fucking ticket, like. And you'd be like, I understand. But I'm trying to use my degree, Sir, we've all had a rough day. There are 2 separate types of tickets. One for job seekers, one for income support. And they would go, aye. Like, because they just didn't give a fuck. Because they were all selling drugs anyway. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. Most of them, all of them. And like, it was such a weird place to work because I was always really, anytime I've had to claim benefits, I was always very conscientious about it and like, didn't like claiming benefits whenever I had gigs coming in. So once you would get a couple of gigs, we'll just sign off.
Yeah.
But I've seen people just pull up in poke vans, go in and sign on, and then sell pokes to the staff. We'd all be standing
Mr.
there.
Whippy on his
Anybody
apron.
go to report him? Nice, sound.
Would there be anything demoralising being a pokeman who's in between jobs but not having another car?
Yeah,
Just going to Tesco's to do the shopping.
do an Uber.
Daughter once dropped off for a night out.
Mate, can I make a kebab in here? Can you fuck?
Dad, give us a lift down to the bus here.
Have the phone in. Hello, is your Domino's here?
Oh, we should buy a poke van.
I would love it. Do you know one of the things I've always thought would be amazing? Do you know the van they have in Borat?
Yeah.
Like those post office vans in the States?
Yep.
And one of those with a bed in the back and just go gigging.
Yeah.
Just on my own. Just hit the road.
Yeah, but
hit
like
the highway.
that seems like a very 1960s thing to do.
Yeah,
Now
I
it
would
be
definitely
quite
die within a week and a
sad.
half. Yeah, and obviously the price of diesel, you couldn't get away with
Yeah,
it.
because back in the day, that was probably like real cool. Like, yeah, man, he just shows up in a van, throws a mattress in the back, and he's just on the road. Now it'd
Yeah.
be like Mickey's living in a
Yeah. Nowadays,
camper
like he just shows up in a van, he throws a mattress in the back, and then his ma's the queen for 70 years. He doesn't make a big deal out of it, man.
come around. That was a very good Gary Glitter joke.
Was that? No, what Gary Glitter song was
That's smoking. You're doing smoking the water.
that? No, I'm doing.
I'm doing rock history. Is that what it's called? Rock and roll part 2.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. No,
No,
Rock and Roll Part 2 is like.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Ba-now, ba-now, ba-now.
I reckon we'd get Happy Birthday wrong.
Being a Pokemon would be, well, I was going to say it would be a nice life, but if you're working a lot in the summer, you're always you're in the poke fan. You're not getting to enjoy it.
Aye. I would say you do have the odd poke though.
Yeah, yourself.
Oh, you're bound to.
Yeah, but here's the thing: would you be bothered getting a cone out? Do you think, or would you just get under it?
Oh yeah, I'd get on
I'd
it.
love
Yeah.
that. I would love that. As
I'm
a
more of a
kid,
tub guy anyway though.
you like a tub?
I like a tub.
over a cone.
Over a cone, yeah.
It depends. there's a certain ratio of ice cream it should be on a cone. If you get like a big large one,
Aye.
it's running down the
Yeah,
cone,
it's
all that
too
sort
much.
of thing.
I like if you get a cone where it's a good thick base,
Oh
and
yeah,
you can kind of you go. I can work away at this for a while.
yeah.
And do you bite the bottom and suck it out? Yeah. What about the ice cream?
Oh yeah, make you right. I bite guys' dicks off and then suck it out.
Yeah, I knew that about
do.
you. I knew it.
I don't know. I think whenever I was a kid, I wanted to be. I think I wanted to be an astronaut for a while.
I wanted to be a pilot for a while. I wanted to be after
Pilot?
I seen Independence Day. And I was like, I want to be a pilot.
I honestly think that's also what made me want to
Have
be
you
a
seen the
pilot.
new Top Gun?
No, I don't do anything like that. But we
So good.
wouldn't
it?
be good pilots.
I think we'd be good. I think we'd be good.
We'd be brilliant air hostesses.
Yeah, we'd be very good at that.
Me and you working like
Yeah.
Belfast, Alicante. We'd be so good. Every day I go, my colleague Micky is what do you say to everyone? It's his birthday if you want to wish him, and it's always every day. Every day I do it.
And the one day it is your birthday, you don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, we would be so good.
I'd
at
be
that.
walking about brace. Why are you joking, motherfucker? Do you want a 10 pack too? I'll have one as well. Stick them on your pocket.
Holy
Fuck
fuck! Look at this deal we have on Sauvage aftershave. Anyone interested? we'd be so good
Oh, we'd absolutely be class.
at air
like.
hostesses.
Yeah.
Be real bitchy to people and all,
Yeah.
but then quite fun as well.
Yeah, I'd be loving to get down the back and like slabber about all the, just saying fucking 24D.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, and we do like
extension, that fat bastard.
in the safety thing. We do like we'd work out a way to make it like YMCA and stuff
Aye.
as well.
Yeah.
We should do fuck comedy. We do it because we.
I don't know. I think we're doing all right with comedy at the minute.
No.
I don't think it's time
But you
to
get a few.
really give this up.
No, but
and
you get a
become-
few days off. We could be doing a few days in Malaga a month. You get over there, it'd be fun.
Sun yourself. I don't think it's as glamorous as it used to be. I think you and me would both like the idea of being 1950s stewardesses. Do you know what I mean? Where you're
Glamour.
walking out behind the pilot smoking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if there's a failure on the engine, just don't worry about it. It's 1954.
And where are you from?
All around it.
Yeah, it's 'cause
travel.
she
man.
travels so
She picks
much.
up all these different accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's been in loads of different places.
I'd hate to be a pilot now though. Just that all that pressure, you know.
I think it's better being a pilot now than, say, 1944.
Yeah.
Do you mean having to shoot down those Luftwaffes?
Yeah. Having the I like because if you're a pilot then I'd say it'd be more difficult. It'd be more like nowadays probably like an automatic car.
Yeah.
Whereas back then you're probably
Back then, if something went wrong with the plane, you had to climb out and fix it yourself.
you screwdriver in your mouth
Aye.
and a torch. That
Take
kind
that, Jetty. Like,
of Jerry
Yeah.
Adams.
yeah. That's how you get started, man. In the
Do you,
Luftwaffe?
do you think you'd be good in a war situation?
No, absolutely not. I used to think it was, like, I remember, like, I think most men think, like, you've watched enough movies to be like, I can fight like fuck.
Yeah.
Like, see, there's no war. I'd be all...
All I would make sure to do is if like you're running over trenches and they're shooting at you, I just keep moving direction.
I think I would, if they like blew a whistle and were like, right, go over these trenches, I'd just be going, no.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I go use and all I wait.
Yeah. I'll hold the coats.
Yeah. I keep Dick. Keeping Dick for like the whole army.
Fucking bait him, Davey. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, Davey. Ugh. Davey got hit by a tank. How did he not see it? I don't even know how he didn't see it. It's a tank. Oh, fuck. I still serve him.
I would like
Are we bored now, mate?
because I was thinking even if you were like if you were a chef in a war, but then you have to be a trained soldier. I think to do that too. I don't think they're outsourcing.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're not getting in posh nosh.
No.
Like, yeah, is it for a wedding? No, it's a war. That is a bit more expensive
Linus
now.
are doing-
That is a wee bit more expensive for the war
French
catering.
village or catering fucking war in Ukraine.
In fact, war catering would be cheaper than wedding catering from what I've been told. Like, priceless goes 50th birthday war wedding.
Are you will Mickey B be taking like a summer holiday or anything?
I'm going to Tenerife. Going a wee week in Tenerife, man.
Reef?
Tanya, going to Reef, yeah. Going fucking...
That's right. Last time you were on the pod.
Yeah.
So that's. Do you know what I don't like about that? It's a long time. I like wee quick halt where you're like, let's go. We're going in 2 weeks.
Aye.
You know.
I was like, we got a great deal on it, so we booked it back in December. But then, having said that, I think we're flying with TUI, and they seem to be not very reliable right now. So we might not be going. if things are getting cancelled left, right, and centre.
Right.
Uh,
Hey, why is airport queues now a big thing?
because they don't have trusted pilots like me and you.
Is it because of pilots? Right? No.
No, I think it was. Didn't a lot of the airports made staff redundant or something during COVID?
And then now everyone's doing fast track, so there's no.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to have to be ultra fast track or something.
Do you think, right? I'm seeing a lot of ads now for like private planes. You know, where it's like you and six. Someone sent it into a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
You and six mates. It was £1,200 Stansted, Belfast to Stansted or something next week. Do you think it's going to be like healthcare a bit, and that's going to be the way it goes in like a few years, where it's like if you have to go to the airport, you do, or do you think they'll just get a few more staff
I think they'll just figure it out because
I've just bought a plane.
an actual full plane.
Yeah.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Well, you need to invest in a fleet of aircraft.
You need
which is what I've done. And to be honest with you, I didn't actually put any money down. I just drove up in an Audi and I went, this guy seems legit.
Yeah. Oh, you had the gloves on, so they're like, the pilot's here.
I wore a white scarf as well, just to really bamboozle them.
Yeah.
And I smoked a pipe and started talking all World War II. You know what I mean?
World War II.
Yeah. You say things like, boys are fighting the Hun. Take that. Not the Huns. It means the Germans.
I was reading about Antilla the Hun. I was like, God, that's...
Antilla?
Yeah.
It's Attila.
Nah.
Antilla?
Yeah.
His sister. Fair enough. Yeah. Aunt Hilda the Hun. Fucking bastard. Just stands guarding the fucking the Boney. Don't you come near me, you wee bastard. I know your dad.
That was very bony energy there, like.
Attila the Hun, the Mongoloid. I mean, Mongolian.
Oh, wow.
You're reading about Attila the Hun. Tell me more about it.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I've heard that name. You know,
because he's the guy. Isn't there a thing where like there's a certain amount of the population of the planet have
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan is on Attila the Hun. Yeah,
He's like he
did a wild pile of riding.
So a lot of us probably have his DNA.
Yeah, Genghis Khan's Mongolian, wasn't he?
But he was a bad boy.
Some other guy.
Genghis Khan was a bad boy.
A bit of a rascal, bit of a skitter. Yeah.
Do we know like he was head of the empire, the Mongolian Empire.
Yeah. Who was Attila the Hun then? He wasn't Mongolian, was he?
He was German. No,
I don't know.
Dan, can you let us know?
Because the term Huns got something to do with like being not nomadic. I always thought it was something to do with like just spreading across the place.
Right.
So whenever, now I could be totally wrong on this. Whenever Republicans call
I feel you might be. Whatever it is you're going to say, I feel you might be.
But I feel like there's something to do with whenever people refer to like Protestants as Huns, it's because they're an occupying.
Oh.
There's something about, but it's welcome to the comedy podcast with the most boring fucking facts of all time.
Attila the Hun was ruler of the Huns from 434 until.
Yeah, that was King Billy. Fuck off.
Empire consisted of Ostrogoths, Alans, Bongals, Central and
Easy
Eastern
for you
Europe.
To say.
The Goths? Who?
Ostrogoths.
Ostrogoths. They occupied the benches at City Hall.
Yeah, I said Oslo City Hall. Mine is so sad, yeah. I wish mein Vater would understand me.
You guys fancy dandering over to fresh garbage?
Mine has so many scoffs. Do you want to listen to My Chemical Romance again?
I like the way Dan gives 19 facts there and we don't know anything more about it. But that's wild. Huh?
Germanic fought against the Romans.
They fought against Romans.
Yeah. Fucking right.
History's mad. Like there's a lot of it.
History is mad.
There's a lot of it. No.
Tons of it.
In there. What do you like? Do you like anything of it?
I actually quite like history, but
yeah,
it's only been in the last couple of years I've drank my brains out, so I can't remember an awful lot of stuff.
You've what?
Like I'm pretty sure I've caused long-lasting damage to my brain from
drinking. Oh, so you would forget stuff that you've learnt over the years.
Like it goes 1066 with you. I know a wee bit about World War II, and then I watched the Vietnam War documentary last week.
Yes, the Ken Burns one.
Fucking class.
So good. Couldn't tell you anything about it. Watched every episode.
Yeah. He's got a World War II one as well that I watched, and it's
Right.
like beautifully narrated and put together. And I'm just like, and Hitler was a bad one.
The Vietnam one, I don't know anything about. I watched every episode, and at the time, I could have had a full blown discussion with you.
Yeah,
Gone.
I had no idea the Vietnam War lasted that long.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, because like World War One, World War Two, the Korean War were all about 5 years, whereas the Vietnam War was a good 10 to 15.
Some say it's not over yet.
Mate, fucking, there's still our boys are still over there.
Did I tell you
The real heroes are buried in there.
Did I tell you?
Pyongyang Yang and fucking the other place.
In
Ho Chi
Hanoi?
Minh- Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City,
Yep. Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Ho Chi Minh Trail, NVA, North Vietnamese Army.
I thought that was paramilitary.
It used to be.
Right.
Uh,
The thing about
Agent Orange, Arlene Foster. Sorry, Dame Agent Orange.
show some respect.
Sorry, you're right.
I sent her DM to come on the podcast. She didn't play.
Really? Probably too busy, man. Being a dame doing dame stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what does the dame do? He's
Panto?
behind you.
She's too busy. Oh no, she isn't. Oh my god. Would you do Panto if the money was right?
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd do anything to
Do you think you'd enjoy it?
No.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it would. I think Panto must be one of those situations where after you get the awkwardness out of the way and you do a bit of rehearsing, it then becomes like...
It's like corporate gigs.
Yeah, but at least you've got people with you.
Yes, it's
Do you know
not a
what I mean?
one-man show.
Yeah, you could. It could be a bit of crack where you're...
Yes. But that's the thing about plays. Like, our mate Aaron Butler just did West Side Story, and he showed me some footage from it that Mike shot. I was like, I'm blown away that you learnt all that. And they rehearsed for months, and everyone knows where to be on the stage. I would hate to have other people count on it. Like, if we fuck it up on stage,
Yeah.
we can quickly correct it because it's just us.
That's how I felt whenever, like, when I was doing like acting in uni and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was always, I need to get this right so he knows what to do next.
Yeah.
And
What plays were you in uni?
I was in Streetcar Named Desire.
Right.
I played fucking a fat Marlon Brando. It wasn't supposed to be fat, but
Right.
that's just the way it went.
Yeah.
I just felt the character should have put a bit of weight on.
Right. Yeah. Your method actor.
Yeah, method as fuck. Also, I actually fucked it up though because I did the whole thing as Marlon Brando from The Godfather, which didn't really work. I was just there like, Stella,
I was at the after show party.
you come to my house the day of my daughter's wedding and you bring me this fucking pork chop. I'm wearing a vest.
You know what? I don't know if the voice is that good, but the face is unbelievable.
Yeah, the voice needs work.
Right.
But what else was I in? I was in one weird one where like I had to act out. I had to act out a rape, but I had to bugger a man with a crucifix. That's a true story. Wasn't my idea.
Hold on, and you just said you're a method actor.
Yeah. Method as fuck.
You
I
had
went
the,
through 4 crucifixes.
yeah. you had the. Sorry. In your work, this was like inside the actor's studio. Mickey, you were saying you had to bugger a man with a crucifix.
Yes.
What was the play?
I can't remember the name of the play, right?
Panto?
But yeah. Yeah, William the Third, Richard the Third. Fuck's sake, fuck that up. But
Making the bum stuff.
it was some play about. It was supposed to be about like indigenous people of Canada, right? And it was, man. Do you know one of those ones where like whoever was, it was some girl, and you're going.
Where was this on? Where was the play on?
It was just at university, but it was
University of Ulster.
Yeah. But I don't know if you've ever done any arts degrees, right? There's always just a bunch of fucking mad cunts at those things that couldn't get into anything else.
Right.
But because they're paying to be there, the course is like, come on in, you could be an actor. Oh, of course, right? Like I know so many people who are writers,
Right.
and just.
But tell
like,
me more about this play.
So this play, the crack was there's a scene in the play where it was about Christianity wiping out the indigenous people of Canada, right? And there's a bit in it where somebody stabs the ground with a crucifix, right? And this girl read it and went, what if we get someone to play the ground, right? So my mate John was playing like the fucking...
John as the ground?
Yeah, he was playing like... John as himself. But he was like supposed... I don't know what the fuck... I didn't... See, to be honest with you, I didn't even read the whole play. I just, like... Because we were doing excerpts from it.
You were
so,
in it?
So I was in it, and I was like, okay, fair enough. And yeah, there was a whole bit where like the idea was... I had to basically ram a crucifix up his arse. and the lecturers hated it, and it was a nightmare. 'cause,
How did you act that out?
man, we actually he acted like I was genuinely going to do it. And as you know, acting is reacting, so I fucking did it. But it was like we kicked lumps out of each other, like, and I
Did you
remember,
do it
like,
at a certain angle where it looked to the
yeah, so it
audience?
was like he was kind of facing, and I was behind.
You were behind him like Ronnie O'Sullivan.
I might have chim John. Gonna put this crucifix up your fucking wrong un. Sorry.
So
I just made that song
he
over
said,
and I
"Please,
take
sir."
that Paddy Raff. Yeah, he was.
Hold on, but is this to an audience?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a live audience?
Yeah, an audience of people who were like this.
Do you remember? Like, did you have? So you were doing so it's a short scene. That's a main bit
Yeah.
of it.
So it was a short scene, but the girl who was directing it had taken all these wee different bits out of it and tried to make one short play out of this massive. Like, it was a giant, really, really long play. So none of it made sense.
I don't know a lot about theatre, but I'd say if a scene like that would require a lot of setting up and a lot of context.
No, because
you just didn't have the time for this.
This is the thing. This is the thing about fucking drama degrees is that they'll say to you, like, just black as the canvas. So you get these wankers that are going, oh, we don't need a set. I don't need props. We can just be the fucking
scene.
yeah. So it's actually, that was whenever I started smoking, because that was a nightmare.
Right.
And I ended up cutting my hand on the crucifix as well.
Right.
I didn't use enough lube, obviously. That's one of those ones where I wake up in the middle of the night going, I can't believe that fucking happened.
Yeah.
And having to take it seriously was the worst bit.
Yeah. And would you consider like bringing that play back?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I'd love that.
Every time I see you do your hair, I think, if only I had a crucifix.
That was so weird that time with the Limelight where we were about to do a show and I just threw a bit of hair product on before and you were just sitting like in a corner like breathing
That's
quite
tell
heavily.
people the truth. It was in Lavery's and I went, can I just say, I
Backstage
watching you do
Lavery's.
your hairs class, and then when we were in the Limelight, you went, here, Mick, I know you like watching me do my hair, do you want to watch it now? And I was like, yes, please.
Yep.
And I stood just behind you at the mirror and just watched you
Yep. It was weird.
style it. And I was just like, his fingers look so powerful,
Yeah.
yet your hair looks so rooted into your head, like it's not going to fall out the way mine is.
Ruled into my head?
Rooted.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You have a great head of hair.
Appreciate
Great
it.
body as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Teeth are smashing.
Thank you.
Like them shoes.
Thanks, mate.
Socks are nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Still married or what's
I
great?
bought more socks. I bought a lot of pairs of socks recently because I was losing so many. And also, I remember saying during lockdown, I looked at my sock drawer and I was like, I've acquired these over the years. Christmas gifts. I've never got a pair of socks I want and gone, they look class.
I imagine you'd be the odd novelty sock would appear as a gift.
Sure.
Yeah,
But-
candy cane ones.
But I had so many, and I was missing ones, odd ones, and we talked about this time on the pod a couple of years ago at the start of COVID. I was like, here's what I'm gonna do for my bonds, my mental health. I binned every sock I owned,
Shit.
and I ordered
Full Marie Kondo.
Taekwondo.
Alright.
I ordered about 10 pairs of new socks, more, and they were lovely socks, good material, good quality. And I had about 30 pairs, and I'm not flexing or brag, I had about 30 pairs of socks before this, and I bought a small amount of great socks, and I just looked at my sock drawer and I was like, that's brilliant. That's the reset I needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you have a lot of socks?
Yeah.
We talked about this before.
We've talked about pants before. I have a lot of pants.
No.
I have too many pants.
People know we've had the pants conversation.
Now we're on to socks.
No, we're on socks.
I'll be honest, on the way up here, Kieran was showing me some of the Manscaped boxers, and I was like,
Hold on. In your car?
no. I was in Kieran's podcast last week.
Oh.
When I was driving up, I remembered. I used my memory.
Right.
And I thought they looked like good pants, because I wear a specific brand and type of underpants.
Yes, you have no bottom on your pants.
Yeah. Or
Or a
front.
net, something you have a
It's
net.
basically, it's a waistband that says CK.
Yeah.
After Louis.
Yeah, it's official merch.
Yeah. And then just free ball it.
Yeah.
No, but I wore next to a like, I think it's an A trunk. It's like a boxer brief. Very good.
Keeping you.
It's like a bra for your bollocks.
Right.
Great support. But I bought a pair of pants out of H&M last week just because it was in a rush because it was gigging. Not the same. Too tight around the schmail.
Round
the
the-
schmeckle. Around the...
He's a boy from Lord of the Rings, no?
No, he's goalkeeper for United.
Well played.
Sorry, I was playing FIFA.
That was a good rally of tennis there. I like that. Comedy tennis.
But socks is I like a cotton sock. Obviously, with sensitive skin, I go a full. So a lot of my socks are white.
Yeah.
Now, not today. I'm wearing a pair of black ones.
Yeah.
I like an ankle sock.
I did, and I feel like that ship sailed.
Thing about it is, an ankle sock very hard to get a reliable one, because quite often what I find is they'll roll in down under your foot, and then you're spending the whole day yanking it back
And
up.
it looks like
and
you wear no socks.
Yeah, and that drives me fucking insane.
Yeah.
I like to be able to I like people to know here. Don't worry, I am wearing a sock. You can
Not
see
too
it here,
much.
just not too much. Just tease it a bit.
Yeah, yeah. See, I like you
Bit
to.
of cotton.
I like if I'm sitting in this position, you see my sock.
Yeah.
You don't know where that ends, and I like having that
See,
power over you.
I can tell where it ends because I am a sock man, and I can tell that ends right about where that wee sort of crease of your jeans is puffing out. There you go. Smash it.
Now, I've rolled that down a bit.
Aye.
But
Are they Nikes, are they?
They're wee Ralph Lauren's, mate.
We Ralph Lauren socks?
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
I got rid of all the ones I had before.
Get rid of all the
Multi-pack
pre-marks
and a fuck that.
Fucking yeah.
And I was like, let me invest in myself and my feet.
Ralph Lauren socks.
Yeah. If you were going to set up a business, what business would you set up?
It wouldn't be Ralph Lauren socks.
No.
Because you said it to me as if you've had an idea for a Ponzi scheme and you want me involved in it, and I'm not ready for
It's not
that.
the Ponzi scheme. It's me and you chartering flights. We're the whole air crew,
Yeah.
pilots and all.
Exactly.
We do it all.
And the life jackets are just made out of socks.
Yes.
Blow into your sock. If
Yeah.
you want a boke, there's a wee sock for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If things in the trouble, put this sock over your face.
Yeah.
Put a sock over his baby. No.
Do you think you'd be a good rep in like a?
No, I can't fucking
resort
sell
town?
anything, man. Like
I thought you'd be brilliant at that.
No, sure, I can't even fucking. I should be the most famous comedian in this country, and I'm not. Because I'm a lazy
Were you about
cunt.
to say you can't sell yourself?
Yeah, absolutely not. You think I'd be fucking gigging in Lambeg on Wednesday night if I could sell myself? I fucking drove to Newcastle upon Tyne. That's across water to save money. Think I'd be fucking doing that if I was good at selling myself? Think I'd be talking to you?
You wouldn't
I
be here.
I'd be in the house in Ralph Lauren socks, pulling the wire myself.
With a crucifix on your
Fuck
pole.
yeah.
Holy fuck, literally.
Holy shit. That's when you take it out. See what the weirdest thing about the crucifix thing was as well? Do you know where there's a wee Jesus on it? He genuinely looked disappointed.
He held his
He was like,
nose.
Fuck's sake, man. Jesus was like, fuck. Holy me. Oh my da.
Da, save us. Yeah.
Me, mummy, and stepdaddy. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Anybody? Holy me and the wee donkey.
Thank me.
The rap stuff. I told you about the time I was nearly a fucking. They were trying to get me to sell. Remember Love Film before like Netflix? Mm-hmm. Used to post DVDs out.
People won't know about that. So was it? You paid like a few quid a month, and you'd get sent films. But
Yeah.
Did you pick them?
I can't remember.
Did they pick them? You picked them.
Yeah.
They post them. Ah.
Yeah.
So it's like a library.
It was a
thing.
video shop that you didn't have to go into. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But I went for a job at one point, and it was one of these fucking companies where like, I thought it was a call center, and went for an interview, and they were like, "Oh, listen, we think you're management material." And I went home like, "I'm management material." Fucking, still had no idea what the job was.
Right.
And then I got there, and they were doing this team building exercise, like throwing a ball about and shouting, and I was like, "Where's all the phones? This call center is weird as fuck." And the boss was like, "So you're on today. You're going to go out and have you're going to go to one of our other sites, and you're going to shadow one of the other managers, and find out what the job's all about." And as we were driving to the place,
At this point, sorry, you have no idea
still
what
have
the
no
job
fucking
is.
clue. And as we were driving to the place, I was like, "Mate, what are we actually doing here? Like, what is this job?" And he went, I'm not telling you because you won't do it if I tell you. And then and it was basically him going door to door trying to sell Love Film. And I immediately went,
Where?
I think it was Jordanstown direction. But I immediately was like, not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 100% fucking not doing this. But I'd left my wallet in my own car and had no money on me. So I had to just walk around for 8 hours following this cunt all day. And then he recognised me because I was already doing stand-up, so he'd recognise me from like TV stuff. And then when people would open the door, he'd go, do you recognise this fella?
Oh, it
And
looks
I was
like you're being hired to
like some sort
celebrity
of fucking,
appearance.
the worst competition of all time.
Yeah.
Do you want me to fucking cut a ribbon for you, pet?
Yeah.
Monumental? No.
So that was it, and you never.
That was the last time I think I've ever even entertained the idea of having a real job.
I had a guy selling electric called to the house at the just before.
How do you do it? Just open a bag of lightning? Mate, tell you what, it's shocking, isn't it? I mean, I'm wired up.
Our prices are shocking. Speaking of shocking, just threw a bolt at me.
Just Thor.
This
You would be Thor carrying lightning about.
wait, he rapped my front door, and he came. I came out, and he said,
How you saying? I'm Thor. I flattened the crucifix.
he rapped my door. He worked for like an electric company, and I said, "Sorry, mate, just putting the child to bed here, or like doing dinner or something." And he went, "You can I get a photo?" I was like, "Yeah, no worries." Walked out the front of the house, closed the doors, like, "Yeah, mate, no worries." He took it. He goes, "Yeah, cheers." He goes, "I'll not do the sales pitch and all." I was like, "Cheers." He goes, "Who are you?" I said, "Oh, where do you got that?" He goes, "Nah, I recognise your face, just don't know who you are." I was like, "So where do you get a photo?"
Man, this sounds like a complaint and it shouldn't be, right? And it's I hope anybody that like follows me or listens to our Patreon doesn't take this thick, right?
Take out this whole setup that he's done and just go straight into whatever he's going to say.
I was doing a gig in Newry last weekend. Again, another reason why I can't rep myself, right? And there was 2 or 3 people that were like, "So you got the new car and all?" And I'm like, yeah, fucking yeah, whatever. And then I went outside and a bloke was just looking in my car, like just full culture and like
From he'd been at the show.
even at the show was just like look like. So as I came out, he saw me and was like as if he wasn't.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
And was he eyeing it up, you think, from like he's a car man point of view?
I think it
or
was
you
just
want
like
to see what's in Micky Bartlett's car?
do you know what? It felt more like he was kind of going. Do you know if you get a new car and you drive around to your uncle and he's going, good motor, good motor?
Yeah.
It felt like he was doing that.
Right.
But I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Right.
And then I got 2 or 3 different messages of people getting photos beside it and stuff. And I was like, it's not the Batmobile, like.
Yeah.
And then
the
now I'm like, I'm never telling anybody anything ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know, like when you were telling me that story, I'm going, it would weird me out that man now knows where you live.
Well, I've moved out since then. Not for
happy
that
days.
reason. That would be
Yeah.
a baller move. But
Straight into hiding.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's a line like you obviously want to show people you and who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like all the like.
It
No one
gets-
needs to see my car.
Yeah, it gets because that was a mistake I made. I was dead proud of myself for like having the wee achievement of buying a wee Audi, and then I put it up on Instagram and immediately just went, well, why did I do that?
Yeah. Yeah. But no, well, no. Do you know what? Because you just said it. You're proud of yourself. You got it. You'd worked hard for it, so you put it up because at the time you wanted to.
Yeah.
And you might have to take a bit of weird stuff that comes with it, but at the time you wanted to stick.
Yeah, but it just some of it freaks me out. But
There definitely is the thing of like people thinking like we're really good.
Yeah.
99% of people get it, but you definitely will like. And then again, if we're doing the things that aren't a complaint, and you hope people don't go, "Why the fuck are you giving off about that?" I was in the airport last week on the phone to Joe, right, in the middle of like a full conversation, sat in the Starbucks. Guy comes over, "All right, mate, what's a crack and all?" And I was like, I normally would have hung up whoever I was talking to and been like, how are you, because I don't want to like, don't let anybody down. But it was an important call and it was just about the board. And I was like clearly on the phone. And the guy's like, "Well, where are you flying to and all?" And I was like, "Man, I'm so sorry." I was like, I'm on a call here. I was like, "I should be done in a couple of," and I didn't even need it. I was like, "I'll be done in a couple of minutes.
Aye.
Oh, tell me where you're sitting and I'll come over to you
aye,
if you
I'll
want."
sit your knee. Like,
Yeah.
I know.
And he gave me this look of like, he's like, "Don't worry about it, mate, no worries." But he definitely looked at me as if like, "You're a dick," and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I think there's a weird thing when people come up
might
to you, like there's a certain amount of they're nervous about approaching you. Like, do you know whenever somebody comes up to you and they try to be funny, and you're like, just fucking
Had
it.
Had it 2 nights ago.
Aye.
In a spa after a gig, literally like 11:30 at night. I'm knackered. I'm just like grabbing a few things. I'd done a work in progress show in the Lavery's, and it was like the best Lavery's I've ever done.
Aye.
It was brilliant, and I was buzzing, but I was knackered on the way home. And this guy came out, and you know when someone has something rehearsed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can see them approaching you, like from hanging out with Geddes when he first was really famous. I remember I used to spot people from 500 yards away.
Yep.
Just, like,
this guy comes over, and I can't remember the word now, but like he'd clearly like thought about it, and he goes, "Are you Shane Todd?" And I was like literally looking at something in the aisle, and I was like, "Yes, mate." I was like, "How you doing?" He goes, I think he goes, "Have to tell you, Colin Geddes is funnier." And then I was like, I was like, yeah, I went to like just be like, yeah, man, and what's a crack? I was like, he's probably funny. But he then like basically ran off, and he went into the back. So I would then went up to the till, right?
Aye.
And he was serving at the tills when I walked in, and I could see him. He stayed in like the security room till I left, and then I saw him telling someone about it.
Aye.
And I was like, that's
very strange. But I don't know what it is about my sort of placement in the NI comedy scene, right? But people walk up to me and say like genuinely horrible things as if I'm going to go, fuck a good one,
like
right?
What?
Like, I one time doing a gig in Derry, and a guy shouted, "Oh, Mickey, you scabby cunt," which I wouldn't have minded had he been at the gig where I was talking about it. He was just in a bar, clearly saw it, and went, "I feel like screaming this across a room full of strangers," right?
Yeah.
Worst thing that ever happened to me, and this might get cut out, right? I'm not making it up.
I don't know what it is, but I tell you it won't.
I swear I am not making this up. A man walked up to me and told me I had a Down syndrome torso. And explained to me it's because I don't have a neck. The man said that to me, like, just walked up to me.
He thought you needed to know that.
Yeah.
And
mate, know what the problem with you is? You have a Down syndrome torso. I'm like, what? You don't have a neck, no, man.
And he's thought about that.
Yeah.
And that's
like, approached me like it was a new bit.
That's what I found weird about that thing the other night. After he said it, I was getting ready to just have a normal conversation with him and be like, yeah, no, and what's crack? But he was like, delivered it away.
Aye.
And it's weird. It's like, I don't know what you get out of that. Because I just think it obviously wouldn't annoy me, but I would walk away thinking that was bizarre.
Aye. I did a thing at corporate there. I'll change when it happened just so people don't know it was like last Friday. It was last Friday. And as I was approaching the place where the corporate was happening, there was two guys from the work party were standing out. And I could tell even as I was walking up there, it was like they're at this fucking work too. One of them went, "Mayor," and beckoned me over, and I was like, "You don't get to do that to people.
Yeah.
You don't fucking get to." Then his mate went, "Ah, you wee fucking fruit," and like tried to ruffle my hair.
Yeah.
And I was like,
been there.
I'm going up here to do my actual job in front of you. But I remember standing in the toilets of the hotel being like, I maybe don't need the money.
And
you're like that angry about it.
I know the exact feeling.
But then the good thing is when you get handed a microphone, you take the safety off and you just crucify cunts.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry.
hopefully not later.
You got away lucky. It was just my words, mate. No, this thing on. This thing is.
I've stopped doing like so I had a Portrush last week or whenever this comes out. It was a couple of weeks ago. Kiwis. 10 out of 10.
Classic
Phenomenal place.
Yeah.
Brilliant gig. It was packed. It was the right level of rowdy. Loved it. And after, I haven't done like, when I say meet and greet, not like an official thing.
Aye.
You'll come out after, anyone wants a photo, say hello, no problem. I hadn't done that for a couple of years because of, you're worried if you were touring, you're worried about catching COVID.
Aye.
Or it just felt weird and people didn't want to do it as much. But that was the first time where I was like, do you know what? It's not that big a gig. Let's do it. And I, for the first time ever, started getting weird about, can I get a photo? Let me, and then like the
Me, you can't you?
And
like,
grab you and all,
aye.
and that kind of thing. So I now kind of, I was almost like physically being like, oh, so like hands in my pockets, letting you know, like, just let's stand beside each other. And that is another one that feels like I'm wrong to complain about that. And I'm not even complaining about it. I'm just being like,
it's just odd.
that's what I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
With anyone, really.
Yeah.
You know? It's like the Jerry Seinfeld thing where, who was it, Kesha goes up and gave him a hug on the red carpet. She's like, oh my God. And he didn't know. And he was like, no. He's like, I don't hug me. I mean, he's right to do that, even
Yeah.
though it looks so harsh. And I would never be that like cold about it, right? But it's like, yeah, it's a familiarity that we haven't established.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing of like, like I've had people. I've like been out with my girlfriend, and the people been like, "Is that your bird there, fucking right?" And you're like, I don't know what you want me to do here,
Yes.
because I should. If it was any other situation, if I wasn't a comedian, and you said it there, a random fella, I think he's duty bound to punch you in the fucking throat.
Yeah.
But because I know that you think you're allowed to do this,
Yeah.
I'm now being like, "Hi."
You have to,
Like-
you 100% have to set your boundaries.
But it's so
It's
strange.
so
like,
hard
if,
to
like,
execute.
yeah, sometimes people can be as conscious as they want to you, and if you react like a human being, they go, "He's a bit of a fucking
Yeah,
diva."
yeah. And that story then gets exaggerated when they're
Yeah.
telling it. I've definitely put my foot down with the baby.
Yeah.
If he wants a photo of me, I'm like, no.
No, fuck you.
Yeah. If I'm
sign
out,
up to the Patreon, you wee dick.
people that come up, he is. People that come up and go, you know, oh, can I get a photo or whatever? If I'm out with him, it's like, I'm so sorry, but no. Like, I don't know why you'd ask. When I've got,
Aye.
it's
Has that
just
happened to you, like, with a kid?
1,000%, and it's the loveliest people.
Yeah.
They're like, and they don't, and I don't know. I wouldn't do it if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
But now that I have a kid, when I'm out with them, I'm like, I can't. I remember once there were these youngsters like,
Aye.
wait, can I get a photo? And I had my boy out, and I was like, do it close enough. So I like set him down. It was like, so it's just me and you in it, but make sure you don't. And I was like, why am I doing? Like, I'm uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
You know.
I have a situation where like people I've been with have been pushed out of the road for someone to get a photo,
Yeah.
and you're like, you kind of get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And it's only afterwards where they tell you, I literally was shoved to one side,
Yeah.
so you can get that selfie, and you go, I wish I hadn't
Yeah.
taken a photo of that person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you kind of get to the point where you go, sometimes you're like, and this is psychologically clearly bad for us, but when someone takes a photo of you and then they don't put it online, I feel like going, why'd you get it?
Where's that going?
Do you know what I mean?
Where's that going?
I don't even get to fucking share the photo. Do
I-
you know what I mean? Like,
I love
I know
that
that
we're-
sounds like a real psycho thing to be.
I love that we're having this conversation and complaining. And if our manager got in touch and was like, listen,
Do you want to do a gig for the Jubilee on Saturday? Like, oh, yeah.
for an extra quid at these gigs, will you kiss people on the forehead and let them get you in
Oh
a
my
headlock
God,
and be
aye.
like, oh, aye, yeah,
For an
100%
extra
set it up.
50p, can you let this man fart in your mouth? 100%.
We're like, yeah, 100%.
I'll feed him the beans.
I said, you had to set your boundaries. I would be, this week as the tour starts, I'll be saying the first, there's no boundaries, guys.
Yeah,
There's no boundaries.
yeah.
Anything goes.
You want nodes? I got nodes. What do you need, sweetheart? It's like, but there's weird. It's the flip side as well. Is when I've been in situations where like I've gone, oh, they want to. It's because of this thing, right? I don't know if I ever told you. I was living in Derry, and my dad came up. It was around Christmas time. We're in this pub, and this woman, like, she was behind us. We were at the bar. She was standing behind us, and she went, "Excuse me, can we get a photo?" And I was like, "Sorry, Dad, 2 seconds here. Duty calls."
Yeah.
And I turned around to get a selfie, and they handed me the camera. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Say cheese."
Or people will do it to make a dick out of you and be like, here, man.
Oh no,
I've got
they absolutely just wanted somebody tall to take a photo.
Yeah, but what sometimes people will be like, mate, photo, and then you're like, yeah, no worries, and I'll be like, of me and my mate, I always just straight away be like, no problem,
Aye.
I'll take a photo.
Yeah.
Of course. I love that though, and I know for a fact now that we've said this, we're gonna get, when we do these Jubilee gigs, we're gonna get weird interactions because
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
jinxed it now.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm going to be at the top of the
The Queen's
bonfire,
like,
probably.
Mere Mucker, get one of you, fucking Wet Willie, man.
Oh, the fucker, he's not allowed a phone.
Thanks very much for doing the pod as always.
Thanks for having me on.
When does tour kick off?
Turkey's August, so every weekend in August, and I'll be in Antrim, Ballymena, Armagh, Coleraine. That might be it. There's more.
Somebody turn that into a dance remix for sure. Dan, is there anything?
Shine.net, or just follow me on Instagram.
That's a good thing about the shine.net website. And when you go into the comedy section, there's all of our dates.
Yeah.
So you can see what's on.
Yeah, you can get through everybody else's tickets before you get to mine,
Yeah.
and then have spent all your money.
So yeah, you're going everywhere. What does it lead up to? It will lead to the waterfront in December.
Well, yeah, this is going to be sort of a different show than the waterfront. So I'm going to try and I'm just trying to be prolific.
Right.
So
And I don't know a lot about. You're keeping the Waterfront Show very secretive, and all you've said is that the Canadian government, I believe, are funding quite a lot of it,
yeah,
but it's a
quite
mystery
lot
as
of
to
it,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
show.
We've got a few donations. Canada, we got a lot of guns off Joe Biden,
Yeah.
and the Ukrainian dance team are coming out, but we haven't told them that they also have got the Russian dance team.
Right.
We're trying to fix the
It's a
whole
dance
thing
off.
with a dance battle.
Right.
I just think it's a safe way to do it.
Right.
I have put various things forward, like just one game of FIFA.
Right. Yep.
Do you know what I mean? But they're not off that. Yeah, the reason I'm keeping the Waterfront Show secretive is because I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Mickey, thanks for coming on as always. Live podcast, 9th of September. Tickets in the description. There's still Opera House tickets. The link might be in this as well, but if not, just go on the Opera House website. Any venue you're playing, if you go, Mickey's playing this venue, where do I get tickets? Go on the venue website or whatever. You'll find
Google
it. You'll find
venue,
it.
Yeah.
Mick, thanks for coming on.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having me. Stay cross.